Popping.
Bottles popping, bottles popping.
Period.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Testing, testing one. Testing,
Okay,
two.
perfect. Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Let Us Become Sharper / Thursday Night Society podcast. We are back again. Now, we want to get right to it because we don't like to delay when we come around here. We know that we got you. Once we get your attention, we try to keep it. Last episode, what I want you to do, I want you to go do a review of Peace and Chaos. Now, we've looked over Peace and Chaos. I've looked over Peace and Chaos. I've watched it several times, and I saw everybody's answer. And I chose Chaos. A small portion of Chaos, but everybody was Peace. I was Peace too, but I like balance. So we're picking right up where we left off with Peace and Chaos, but now coming to a new topic that we have today here this evening. Before we get to that topic, we want everybody to introduce themselves because we work hard. Everybody looks so good tonight. It's so festive. We're having a great night. We got champagne, we got chocolates, actually all pertaining to the topic. So we're going to start in front of me. Let's go around the room.
Hey, world. It's your girl, Nina. I am happy to be here. You can catch me on all my social sites at Nina Raines, NENAH RAINES. Tap in, y'all.
All right.
Hello. It is the wonderful Delana.
Yes, you are wonderful.
My name's Isra. You can follow me on Instagram at Isworld372.
Short and sweet. That's how you play it.
What about your life story?
Okay, what's up? What's up, world? It's your girl Shay Wheels. Y'all can tap in with me for many things. I'm every woman. My website is SHAYWILLZ.com. You can tap in and see what I do, and yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And my name is CJ. Let Us Become Sharper. Let Us Become Sharper is the brand. It's also the the podcast. Podcast is just an extension of the brand. We're coming in today. Like I say, please go in. We're gonna drop the link for our last podcast that we did titled Peace and Chaos. And we're coming in today with the new podcast for you. What happened? What happened to romance? The topic for today is what happened to romance. Now, Nina, off camera, Nina stated some things. She said that she wanted me to elaborate. This is what I'm talking about when I say what happened to romance. Lay down your coat so you can walk over a puddle. What happened to a young man or young woman truly expressing themselves to a young man or young woman sincerely from the heart? When you listen to the radio, what happened to the love songs?
They gone.
What happened to the love songs? What happened?
Ain't no big and nothing.
What happened? So we here tonight to become sharper. We trying to figure out where are the love videos? What happened to romance? What happened to love? Now we're gonna put romance and chivalry in the same compartment because that's like a lemon to a lime. But what happened to romance? Now, this is nothing that I'm going to pose to you. I want to hear honest and genuine opinions from everyone here tonight. Even as I look at you tonight, everybody here looks good, looking good and everything romantic. It could be a romantically inclined night. I don't know. Look at this.
Red on.
Got that shoulder action going.
Yeah, so the whole, they got the champagne and the chocolates and everything that they brought, especially for a profit, just for the show. But we want to do a deep dive into what happened to romance. This Valentine's Day, just to give you a precursor, this Valentine's Day just went by. I've never seen Valentine's Day so dry.
Right.
Ooh,
Dry. And women talking about, I don't care about that. We gonna do Galentine's Day. Galentine's Day. It's like y'all dudes that tired out here that y'all got the women talking about they gonna click up together for Galentine's Day when you got men out here that can do Valentine's Day. So in my heart, I come up, we all from the same, not all of the same age bracket, but from the same generation. We all are. I remember when Jodeci, I remember Boys to Men, I remember who?
Sweat.
Shy.
Keith Sweat. Okay, Keith Sweat. Give me some
That was a
R&B.
begging man right there.
Yeah, he begged for sure. Now,
Don't forget R. Kelly, man. Don't forget.
now,
Oh yeah, he on there now.
it's a wrong and a right way to love somebody. Yeah. Was that a good Keith Sweat? That was terrible. Okay, is that what happened to Romance? That I started singing it.
Yeah.
And I ended
That was a part of it.
It ended it right there, right
the
there.
Valentine's Day apocalypse.
It ended it right there.
What is CJ?
Mhm.
What's CJ trying to say?
Right,
Man,
right.
F y'all. Okay, man.
Single-handedly ruined romance.
Single-handedly ruined Romance by himself. And he chose chaos. So yeah. All right, so we're going to get going. Nina, you right here in front of me. But you know what? Let's go. You know what we're going to do?
Switch it up.
We're going to switch it up today.
Switch it up.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to go counterclockwise. So we're going to go with Shay to begin because she wore romantic, attire. We're going to ask her thoughts on what happened to romance. Shay, let's hear it.
I think the music is what happened to romance. The Sexy Red, and we ain't gonna put all on Sexy Red though. There's some rappers out here, some male rappers as well. You know that it's just the music. It's just like the kids are influenced, and nobody cares enough to be romantic. It's just kind of like then all the women they showing it so easily now everything. So it's just like they don't got a romance. They just got to hit click and swipe.
Yeah, it's so
like
easy. You know, ain't nothing
Swipe
like-
left.
swipe left and then double tap. That's all people really care about these days. So, but it's out here. It can be brought back to life.
So what happened? So what happened? Okay, the music is one thing. That's definitely a big part of it.
Big part.
The
big
music. The music is it's one of the driving forces of romance.
What you put in your spirit matters. You start to move off what you're listening to. Your energy go off
For
what
sure.
you listen
Right.
to.
For sure.
Right. But what happened before they made the change of the music? How do we stop doing it in our everyday lives outside of just what we consume as far as music and entertainment?
Social media.
It was a
In the
slow
phone.
progress.
It's a slow
Yeah.
It's a
progress.
slow progress.
But it was social
for
media.
sure.
It takes away from people actually engaging. That's why when I have family time or we do something, our phones to the side, or something like that, because you can't give your all if you just always just, what I'm saying? So that's still quality romance.
Man, what happened to romance? Okay, Shay, that's a very, very affectionate and passionate answer from Shay Wills. All right, we were talking downstairs, coming up to the studio. As you pour champagne, you multitask. Tell me your thoughts on what happened to romance. Where do we fall off? Where do we go from? How did it used to go? If I can remember this, how did it used to go? She loves me, she loves me not. 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 Oh man, she loves me not. Then we sit up there and try to change, we're writing the love letters, and that's kind of young, writing the love letters, but just really expressing ourselves in a mannerism. Thank you. Become Sharper. We got the champagne today, just for the time for romance. So where did we fall so far from romance?
I think we've been kind of marketed out of it, like through different forms of media, through music, through the movies.
Okay.
So it's like a case of as they say, does life imitate art? Does art imitate life?
Yeah.
So
Because just from where I'm standing, it's even talked about. They call you Tinder now, or they call it simping. That's what they call it.
Right.
We're like, come on now, we becoming shy. We've heard these terms.
Yeah.
If you try to love on somebody, you try to love on somebody, and you want to love on it too much, you simping.
They won't even allow me to cook women at dinner.
No.
And if you want it, and if you go buy some edible arrangements or some fruit or some flowers, you tender. So when did we become so hard and so mechanical that we don't care about romance anymore? Where are the candles, the flowers, the lighting of candles, the aroma that you would do for a woman, right? Or where is the, on both parties, the men and the women, where did the romance go? It's hiding? Oh man. So you say that we've been programmed out of romance to facing like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, like that's all that's been promoted. Like really, when hip hop changed in the '90s, especially,
Right.
it's like we became a lot of that stuff that was so taboo back then.
Because they made romantic
It's normal
records. We
life.
talking about slick, a teenage love.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me again.
Yeah, but
A
then,
teenage love. I used to love these records. What happened?
yeah, but we also
And
had
L Cool J.
I need
Yeah,
love.
you also
I need
had
love.
Luke in the 2 Live Crew.
That was very lovely.
that was kind of romantic.
Can you believe that's the first concert I've ever been to?
That ain't telling nobody how to
Y'all,
romance.
y'all will not believe that's the first concert I ever been to. Was Uncle Luke and the 2 Live Crew, 12 years old.
Even
Oh
in
no! Oh,
even,
you took it.
even in his music,
It was wrong.
Who you go? I
It was
want to
wrong. They must be
Take Me
stopped.
Love You Long Time.
Man, that's the first concert I ever went to.
No.
Was Luke and the 2 Live Crew, 12 years old.
Now it makes sense.
South Carolina.
It makes sense.
It's like full circle. It's full circle.
I get it now.
That's the first concert I went. They had a speaker.
You had no
It was
business.
They had
That's
the
well.
speakers. It was so big. It was boom, boom, boom. I couldn't
The
believe it.
lyric.
Oh, and here's the crazy part about it. I had never heard too many of the songs before that. I just ended up getting took to this guy. I learned the game then. Okay, Delana. We talking about tonight. We talking. This is a special evening. You know, this is Let Us Become Sharper podcast. We want everybody tuned in. We're talking about romance. We're talking about being romantically involved in Clyde. You know, what happened to romance? What's going on? What happened to Carl Thomas? I'm emotional.
Summer Rain.
That was
and I
it.
can't let go.
Okay.
I'm willing to put that album up against any R&B album
No,
of
for
all
real.
time.
So Carl Thomas would say he wish he never met her.
Man, that Carl,
Because he loved her so much. Because he loved her so much. I wish I never even met you.
How do we
Break up a family.
how do we get so far from the romance? And what's wrong with
You know what?
And just personally, what's wrong with putting a little perm in or a Duke kid? I don't know. Just go ahead. Answer the question later. My bad. Answer the question later. My fault. What's wrong with putting a little Duke kid in? That little Duke kid ain't never hurt nobody.
The problem is they don't have to work for it no more.
Damn. You stole my
They
answer.
don't have to work for it anymore. Why do I have to buy flowers? Why do I have to buy edible arrangements? Why do I got to put my coat down? They don't have to
They don't
work
have
for it
to.
no more.
Well, do y'all make it worth us working anymore? I throw a curveball at the.
It comes too easy. No, that's
It's
why
easy.
they don't have to romance.
It's easy.
That's
And
why-
that's both ways. It's easy.
It's absolutely.
Okay.
Women too.
We've
I just want it too. I don't need nothing.
I don't need
just
nothing
wanna be
from you.
satisfied. I don't want- you know what I mean? So it's absolutely
They
like
make it
crazy.
easy
They
for them
make
to
it
go off
simple.
like
Yeah.
Hmm.
But that's that new age woman that's doing that.
And then the music definitely
Yeah.
plays a huge.
Yeah. When was the last real like R&B? Like I'm talking
Where the
about.
groups at?
Like you know, Jodeci,
Where the groups
Boys
at?
to Men out there in the
Yes.
desert begging, like
Jagged Edge.
they out in the
They
desert
112.
begging in leather
112.
pants.
Yes.
There you go.
H Town.
Yes. come on,
Yes,
H.
like-
Somebody rocking,
Yes.
knocking on
Yes.
us. Rocking all night long.
Gotta love
We don't have
that.
none of that no more.
When I
Yes.
went to the record store, I bought. I used to go to Chattanooga's records. Shout out to Chattanooga's. I used to go to Chattanooga's records up there, and I like that record. That record H Town. I really like that record. You know that record. They spun it. When that was on the radio, they played that record all day, right?
Yeah.
So I went up there. I said, "Yeah, y'all got that H Town." I think it was $9.99. Something like. I bought that H Town. It came with a champagne flute.
What?
It
Oh,
did.
yeah.
The album came with a champagne glass.
They was trying to create
They was really
Sound.
creating the
of
ambiance
baby making.
of romance. They don't even make romantic movies anymore.
No.
Yeah.
So what we want to do on Let Us Become Sharper, this is part of our crusade for respect. We up in the ante as far as talking about me all day and how my career. No, Let Us Become Sharper is becoming all of us. We all becoming sharper. We are coming to ask the question, where is our romance?
the question is, how do we get it back?
How do we get it back? Now, hold on, Nita. Hold on, Nita. Stay right there. I want you to just stay right there.
Pause.
Pause for a minute. What happened to romance? Delana states that it has become too easy. so we don't have to do any work anymore. But I don't beg to differ. I don't beg to differ on that one. I just want to add this. At some point, we, as men, we lost the trust to work for y'all. Well, how did we get sabotaged? What happened with us? Because we called Tinder and we called a simp a lot of the times by y'all. It don't be another man that called me a simp or called me Tinder. A lot of the time it be this old Tinder. Yeah, the women. So
But-
how did this happen?
And
What
And
happened?
it's slightly generational too,
Yes.
because a younger generation, they don't understand that, like
Yeah.
the whole romance. They just
Order respect.
Because they
Yes.
wasn't shown that. Like, you got to really think about it. If you want to look at past, generations, you can always tell where a people is at when you listen to their music.
Mm.
So you always can
Back
tell.
to music again.
Yeah, it's the music plays a very, very big role.
Especially in romance.
Yes, and TV as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
TV as well. Yeah.
Yeah. All you see is a lot of reality shows that's like fighting,
Yeah,
toxic, like,
Mhm.
and then you got all these other podcasts that's like bashing men and women against each other. It's
No,
like it's
no,
not pushing
we not-
love.
no,
It's
we
just
not
like,
doing that.
type of stuff.
This the love
No,
boat.
not ours. I'm saying I hear a lot of like
This
you
the
hear
love
these-
boat.
yeah. Actually, I was watching one
It's
yesterday.
like, why we gotta be against each other all the
And then
time? You know.
I think it's coming from that single parent
Mhm.
society as well, where you see the mother doing everything by herself.
Right.
Sure.
So I believe men and women growing up, they get different messages from their mothers
Mhm.
or their parents, because the man is we're taught, we raised, look, do this for a woman, take care. This is how you treat a woman.
Right.
You do this. But then the woman, the young girl in the same household is taught, hey, don't ever need no man for nothing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? You get
Yeah.
it yourself, you don't need them. So it's like she got the attitude where I got this, I don't need no man for nothing. And he trying to do everything to appease the woman, be the man that his mother never had.
Right.
So it's like,
And then it's also the
It's just
caliber of
breakdown.
woman that you choose, though, or the caliber of man you choose. We got to take accountability for the people that we are attaching ourselves to. So you got to know your worth and date your worth.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
we talking about a situation of need. You know, we speak of teaching the women especially not to need no man. Well, how about want me sometimes?
Right.
I am wantable. I'm worth wanting.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe you don't mean. Maybe you strong. You got your own crib.
Won't me.
You got,
Want me.
you got your own. You
Want
got your own.
me.
Yeah,
Wanna
you
be
got
desired.
got your own whips. You got your counts. Okay, so technically you don't need me, but don't you want CJ anymore?
But see, it's hard to want if you're not, you know what I mean? Giving that little something, a little romance, what I'm wanting.
Nina, you've been sitting in front of me the whole time we've been doing this podcast. I ain't just talking about tonight.
Uh-huh.
How you've grown.
Okay, y'all.
Get on my nerves.
my how you've grown. Nina, give me your honest opinion on this. So, you know, you stating some things, interjecting some things, but what happened, Nina? I'm talking about romance now. I'm talking about I start crying, you know, boys and men. What did he say one time? He was, I will cry for you
It's Jodeci.
tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not too
boys,
good.
he was on bended knee. So.
Yeah.
Okay, there's on bending. Yeah.
Either way.
What happened to what happened to that? What's going on?
But again, we're taking it right back to the music.
Really?
We're taking it right back to the music.
So the music has
we
a
are
big
definitely being trained, and our younger generation is being trained from babies, and they haven't even seen romance.
Wow, they don't even know what
They
it
don't even know what
is.
that
No.
is.
Wow.
So you
Totally
know,
disconnected.
totally disconnected.
They don't even trust. They come in
Listen
like,
to the music.
Right.
I mean, really, come on. I'm a bad, and you know what I mean. It's nothing but filled with sex.
yeah, lust.
It's
yeah.
just
Yes.
lust and sex or
Wow.
money. I want money. You know what I mean? I'm a baddie. I need money. I want. You know what I mean? It's
Get the
terrible.
bag.
And I was about to add on to that point, or go to that point, because the romance, men used to get romance because they wanted love.
Right.
It used to get reciprocated in love, but now everything is transactional.
Mhm.
So it's like
Yeah.
I'm giving all this romance when
Wow.
all you want. I think Lil
It's
Wayne
my,
says it.
it's my dough.
What Lil Wayne
It's
said,
my cho.
why give her your heart when she rather have a purse?
Right.
You know, so that's just the mentality. That's just
How-
the mentality. a lot of
How
them
did
have.
we ever fall so
It's so
far?
unfortunate. these days.
I'm glad that we had this topic this evening to shed some light on the fact that we far from romance and we far from love, and we have fallen into a rut of just, I mean, it's just sinister out there. How do we get so far? So we have very, very strong opinionated. One of the the reoccurring, everybody saying about the music, that the music has changed in a way where it guides you to this just crazy way of thinking, approaching relationships and situationships, the fall of romance. What we're gonna do, I want to make a pledge here today with everybody because this has gone over so well. Let's cut an R&B album. At least a song or two. We can do two. I want to get in there with y'all, and I want to try my hand at some. I want to write some things down, and we can bring it back. We can become sharper. Let us become sharper is going to bring a change to society. It's going to bring a change to ultimately the world. We have the power to do so, and I'm glad that this topic, struck everybody the way that it did. And for everybody out there watching, I want you guys to gather up some things and chime in on romance. What happened? How do we end up in this dark place? I found myself talking crazy just by myself one day. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong?
Right. So,
What's
CJ,
wrong with me?
Do you romance?
Do
Do you romance?
Being honest.
He like, well, hold on.
Wait, why you turn the tables on me
No,
now?
I want to be in it because that's how she rolls. She like chaos.
You know,
Say a piece of chaos. This other little. So I will say this, and oh boy, but for the sake of podcast universe, for the sake of the show, for the sake of Let Us Become Sharper, which is the brand, I want to say this. It's hard because the platform is not there. So, trying to be romantic, but it ends up being tender. So I come up in an environment where it was rough. In my hood, they would tell you this. They hit you hard and say, I can't tell if you're a male or a female. This is how powerful it got around my way. So coming from my way, you try to approach with a velvet glove, and then when the velvet glove don't work, you retract that beautiful soft velvet glove, and here come the iron fist. So I walk around daily with an iron fist only because I don't feel comfortable doing romance.
so the answer is no, you don't romance.
No,
Because
That's what-
the women he date don't require
It
that.
kind of started with our generation.
that's how the topic come to be, because I'm like, I would like to be more tender.
Okay.
I would like to be like they use the word simping. They say that's a bad word. That's not a bad word to me. Simping is not a bad word. Simping mean I go to work, I come home around 5:30, 5:45. I take a little shower, I get my favorite beer, sit down in my chair with slippers, and I say, "Hey, baby, I love you."
Not wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
But I rip and run the streets all night long. Come in 2:33. Whoa.
No cussing. Watch
I mean,
the
shoot.
Yeah, she all right.
Becoming sharper.
I ain't know
I'm
you.
wet over here.
Yeah, I ain't know you like to get wet though. I ain't know you like to get wet though.
That's romantic.
Butt naked. Ew.
We would, but we don't know if that's categorized as simple.
Right. Right now, this is the podcast universe.
You can't help her.
Right now, I'm
You
supposed to
can't
go
help
get my
her. No,
coat. No, I'm supposed to go get my coat and lay it down and absorb.
Yeah, one of y'all
independent.
gentlemen is supposed to
She
be
is
getting
independent.
Right now, a
something.
gentleman is supposed to go.
Chivalry is dead.
Chivalry is
Right now, I'm supposed to go get my coat and lay it down and absorb the champagne.
See what I'm saying?
Man, oh man, I knew I pointed her out tonight for a reason. I knew it was something romantic about her.
sis, you gotta take off your mic and go and get you some tissues yourself.
Help her out, is.
That Jim done gonna go
Help
get
her out,
you
yeah.
some.
And now she smell, and now the aroma of Shea Will's fragrance mixed with champagne, it's just like going on my nose cavities now. While we get that together, we want to go to our supporters. To our supporters, we thank you all. Cash is verified. We thank you for all that you've done. You know, all cash coming in and all cash coming out is verified. We want to also talk about the CJ product line. I've been promoting it. I got sleeves, you know. So some people say, well, CJ, man, I want to set an appointment at the shop. The shop, I got good news and bad news about that. The shop is over with. Don't worry about that no more. That's over with. It's book solid. You can't get in there. But you can buy a sleeve. You can buy the lighters. I got two versions of it. The white one is the corporate, crisp, beautiful, you know, black and white lighter. And then I got the red one that's kind of like the hot boy lighter. You know, I got two versions of my lighter. Your hot boys, hot girls out there, you know, for a little spice in your life, spice it up. Got the red one. Put a little red cayenne out there for you. I got the
red
white
one. Give me that one.
You already hot enough.
Hey,
You can't even hold it. Hold on with you.
Knocking shit
We're
over.
trying to figure out if you like piece of chaos over here. Yeah, we got the sleeve of cups for you. Got a dozen coming to sleeve. We got a Thursday Night Society. We got actually they got a new spot out there, a couple new nightclubs. We've been kind of frequenting those, but we're having a raffle exchange on Thursday night. So these are things that you can always support the podcast. So, you know, to our supporters, we thank you. To my personal supporters that just support me, I appreciate you to the moon and back. You really don't know how it feels to come here tonight and have people come out to discuss a topic as such. You really don't know how it feels to have ears go get champagne candies, and you don't know how it feels. You think you know, and you can guesstimate if that's even a word, but you really don't know how I feel. You really don't know how this makes me feel, how it charges me with energy to get through the rest of the week. I've been through some crazy things, y'all, but I'm talking about romance now. So yeah, we back to the recap of the topic. I put a topic in the form of a question out there. What happened? What happened to romance? Why is it that I live the way that I live? Why is it that I'm afraid to cry in front of my woman? Because when she get a little mad, she gonna tell me, oh, yeah, that's why you was crying. Well, I was crying in the name of love.
That's not right. I wouldn't do that to my man.
Why am I?
Why would you do that to my man?
And then here's the crazy part about all of this. If she start crying, I'll call you a simp. If you start crying out, so you tender. We talk to the women like that.
Go.
Listen, if a chick start crying in front of me, I'd be like, man, you simp.
You should dare be vulnerable with your man.
You tender out here in these streets. So how are we going to fix it? We already have was obvious. You see, we got our panel set. We're going to fix this by coming with positive interjections and ideas to bring some kind of improvement. We may not be able to just solve the problem, you know, in its whole, but you got to realize one thing: what let us become sharper means. A guy challenged me one day years ago. He said, when you come into the barbershop, because it's based on my business where the sharpening and modifications of the tools in the barber industry, a guy said, I see guys paying you all the time, but what is it that you really do? And I said, well, here's what I do. You know, when I come into a shop, I ask them a question. I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are your tools? You know, and they said, you can't lie. You can't say 10. So he said, they about a 7. I said, my job is to take them to an 8. If they had an 8, my job take them to a 9.
So you sharpen up.
Thus, let us become sharper.
I got you.
So we're not gonna come out here and make no big, huge, foolish guarantees. We're gonna solve the problem of romance, just the 5 of us tonight.
Yeah, we saw.
But incrementally, and now that we've been blessed with the champagne spilt on Shay on herself, so she got to think about how her romantic energy went through the roof.
You know?
It still smells like champagne on it. So we have to realize that. So we have so many different cues and points of, you know, this thing, the energy of this topic is real. So what we want to do is we want to become sharper and make some improvements come back to something as beautiful as this and take our take on it. We want to give our opinion on it. We want to give our input to bringing back romance. Everybody out there, ask yourself, if you watch this, listen to this, hear this, what happened, man? We are failing the romantic world. We are failing love. We are acting crazy out there.
So give the people some suggestions on what they can do to bring back the romance.
Start crying in front of your girl.
Start crying.
Get tender.
I think us as a people, we have it in us. It's innately in us, but it's just the vulnerability thing that we can't do. Because I notice, like me and you, with like relationships that we have with women that we have like genuine bonds with, like a Shay, like a Nina, and like women that is not that. We always show a sense of chivalry. We always show a sense of romance when dealing with them, because it's, as a friend, we know how to treat women. So a lot of times with men, it's expressed with how they did interact with their mom, how they interact with women in their life that they care for, and it raised the standards. It raised the standards for them, and as well as with men, you know, your sister is more likely to fix a plate for you than your woman is nowadays, because she's showing you that love. So you set the standard, like, my sister gonna even fix my plate.
Yeah.
Event.
See,
so
that's what
my
I'm talking
woman's
about.
gonna have to step her game up, because you got to at least treat me on this level. She like, I ain't doing this. I ain't washing your clothes. I ain't earning your, you know.
Man.
Like,
But-
people who
It's
love me,
simple
But the
would
women
do
that love
Right,
you
but-
do.
they don't mind. They don't complain
What?
about things they
You
love.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
What
Because you just do it out of
happened?
love. It's not out of
Right.
what people think.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, you just bowing down to him, or you
Yeah.
just no.
Yeah.
I do it because I want
I
to.
want to. I'm intentional when I love you.
Yes.
Right.
Talk nice to each other.
Yes. What's wrong with that?
I like that. I like that. Okay. Well, we got, like I
Talk
say,
to me
we
nice.
coming right now. Even as we finish complete the podcast talking about our topic, we got some great brainstorming going on even right now. So we're going to keep the same energy. We're going to, like I say, smoke the topic over for y'all out there. What happened to romance? What happened to chivalry? What happened to lay down my coat so you can walk over a puddle? What happened to carnations? What happened to flowers delivered? What happened to these things? I'm being honest. What happened to singing?
I don't even think they do that in school no more, do they?
What
The
happened?
carnations.
You want to know one thing that happened? Like we can't make
I remember
CDs
that.
no more.
That was-
Remember, you used to make
Oh,
the
mix
little tapes, the
CDs.
mix
Oh,
tapes
yes.
with the love songs on
Yes.
them.
So we need to. So
And
we
then
need
you
to.
slide
Get
it
back
to them. Just
yeah,
slide it to them. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so
I
we need to be making us a
I made
playlist.
you a mixtape. You got a tape player to play it in?
No, you're gonna have to run the tape player with it.
When I was in high school, we
Well-
did singograms. We would go to people's classroom and sing a song like to a person. Like they would have to pay for that for a person. That was nice. In school, back
we
in
used
school
to make
days.
yeah, we used to do
Yeah.
carnations. You
Yeah,
do it like
that's
a
it.
anonymous. You got a
Yeah.
carnation. They
Y'all-
come deliver to you in
Y'all
class.
give me 50. I'm gonna sit up in your back seat. 50 an hour.
We gonna
And I'm gonna
back
sit
it
up there and
up.
say. Yeah, so we out of here, man. You know, like I say, we close, stay safe, but stay dangerous. And let's bring some resolution to romance. We'll name this one What Happened? What happened to romance? We'll name it that. You'll see this one loaded up on your YouTube. And check it out, give it some views, give it some comments and likes, subscribe to the page, and to the next time, let us become sharper.